Poppin' B. Purpock here, and welcome back to another episode of Race the Ramen, the show where I attempt to review something unscripted in the amount of time it takes to boil an instant ramen. And today we'll be taking a look at Marona's Fantastic Tale, available now on DVD, Blu-ray, and digital. Alright, we're going to start the timer right now. Okay, so, Marona's Fantastic Tale. This is a sort of experimental PG-13 maybe animated film from France, from director Anca Damian and several production companies whose names escape me at present, but I believe one of them was Sacrebleu Productions, and no, I am not joking. And this is a movie that seems to have fallen under a lot of people's radar. I have seen no YouTube coverage. It barely has anybody talking about it on Letterboxd or IMDb or anything like that. And it's been out on these formats for months, and it was distributed by GKIDS, who put out a lot of great animated movies, who usually at least get some attention from animation circles. I'm one of those people, I guess. But I've heard nothing about it, so here I am talking about it. I could be doing Wolf Walkers, but I'll get to that soon. Anyway, yeah, this is a story about a little dog named Marona, a self-proclaimed mixed-breed mutt, who is hit by a car at the very beginning of the movie, so it's not a spoiler. Don't attack me. And she spends the rest of the movie flashing back through her life, remembering everything that happened in it, and every human that she knew, every owner she had, whom she all loved unconditionally. And I say PG-13-ish because it doesn't have an MPAA rating, like that PG-13 type stuff. It just doesn't have one. I don't know why. It just doesn't. But digging through the GKIDS website, I was able to determine that this is theoretically intended for people above 13. So this isn't exactly a happy-go-lucky story about a little dog. It is a whimsical, poignant experience, though. I think that was one of the quotes on the poster, but it really is. It has such colorful, dynamic, flowing, like, delightful animation where they just kind of mess around with designs and line work and, like, different types of animation, kind of mixed media collage type stuff, just to create this, I guess from Marona's perspective, a sort of childish, dreamlike vision of the world where the scary things are very scary, but the happy things are wonderful, warm, safe, and blissful. And it's also not afraid to discuss, like, mature emotional themes, like debt and, like I said, death, and to some extent, mental illness and stuff like that. And by the end, you might be tearing up a little. I found myself casually crying several times throughout this movie because it will quite possibly get to you on an emotional level. And this is kind of a cluttered discussion, and it's hard to put all my thoughts into just a couple sentences, I guess. But if I had to say one thing, it would be, see this movie, I guess. Hopefully that gives you a decent impression of what I think of the film. There's a lot more that I could say about it. The one thing that I really want to get out there is that this movie was made for an estimated 2.7 million euros. Which is around $3.2 million. And either way you slice it, for any movie, that's pretty low. For an animated movie, that's a pittance. That's nothing. That's less than what Cartoon Saloon uses for most of their movies, and those are famously cheap to make, despite how good they look. Sometimes you can tell, but really. This film's not perfect. I think it has pacing issues, and some of the animated segments where they use like 3D stuff don't land as well as the rest of the traditional 2D stuff. But it's a really quite good movie, and no one is talking about it. So really, I just want more people to watch it, so maybe there can be more of a discussion around it. And it's a quality movie in a year where people are begging for stuff to watch. So yeah, I'd highly recommend you check out Marona's Fantastic Tale. And if I'm giving it a score for now, I would give it a solid 8 out of 10. And I feel kind of odd with that score, honestly, because I believe it deserves high praise. I also recognize that it's kind of uneven in certain aspects, and it has, inconsistencies and flaws that might hamper my vision of it. But I can't shake the fact that I watched something kind of special, something that doesn't come along very often, and that I should probably appreciate if I want to see more of it. And I do. I want to see more like this, more out there, wild experimentation with like earned emotional moments and like stuff to unpack in animation, aimed at a slightly older audience, but still enjoyable to children if they feel like emotionally guarded enough for it, because again, you might cry. So yeah, Marona's Fantastic Tale. I highly recommend you check it out, warts and all. Man, it's been a while since I filmed a Race the Ramen, and it took me a while to get back into the swing of things. It feels good. It feels good to be making stuff. It really does. Hopefully more stuff coming soon if I can keep this going. The only thing I've consistently done throughout quarantine is not get a haircut, which is why I look like the world's most mustachioed Cocker Spaniel. Hey guys, thanks for sticking out to the end of the video. I really appreciate it. If you liked the video, why not give it a like or subscribe? It really helps me out a lot. I've got other videos like this you can check out on my channel if you're interested, as well as stuff that's nothing like it. If you want to keep up to date on videos I might be making, projects I might be working on, you can follow me on Twitter at Purpock Partybus. I also have a Patreon if you feel inclined to support me. You don't have to though, so that's cool. Thank you so much again for watching to the end, guys. I appreciate it so much. I hope you all have a great night, and take care.